With recent developments in the trade rumor mill, it's become evident that San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk wants to find a new team to call home because he's reportedly requested a trade from the 49ers, and he's made a really big scene out of this entire situation.
What?
What happened, bro?
They said they don't want me back. I swear.
Aiyuk is set to hit the free agency market next offseason, but he's looking to cash in and land a big-time contract extension after having a career-best year in 2023 by hauling in 75 receptions for over 1,300 yards and 7 touchdowns. The 26-year-old has been the 1A wide receiver in San Fran over the past few seasons, and he wants to get paid after posting back-to-back 1,000-yard campaigns. If you look around the NFL, receivers are getting paid, but San Francisco simply has too many other talented players that they need to prioritize, and that's why we find ourselves here in the midst of a trade rumor whirlwind. And some have flirted with the idea of the disgruntled wide receiver being traded to Buffalo, which could make sense after the departures of Stefon Diggs and Gabe Davis, but there's more that meets the eye. There's more that needs to be discussed about this concept because there's certainly more than what you see on the surface. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. I'm Jake Varco, and today I want to talk to you about why the Buffalo Bills should not trade for Brandon Aiyuk, the disgruntled wide receiver of the San Francisco 49ers, who has requested to be traded. Now, obviously, there would be some pros to bringing in a guy like Brandon Aiyuk. There would also be some cons. So, I'm going to talk to you about why they shouldn't be trading for Brandon Aiyuk here in this video. Before we do that, I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more content coming your way. We have a full season of content ahead of us. It's going to be a big year for the Buffalo Bills, a big year for the Bills Bunker. I'm excited for it. I know you are too. If you sniff, football, it's in the air. It's just around the corner. A few weeks away from preseason football. I couldn't be more excited. Click like if you like this video. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below as well. If the Bills should trade for Brandon Aiyuk, let's talk pros and cons. Let's start off by discussing the pros of bringing in Brandon Aiyuk, and clearly there are some benefits to having a clear-cut number one wide receiver in the mix. Aiyuk would be an instant impact player that could give Josh Allen a reliable new target in Buffalo after the departure of Diggs and Davis. And he's only 26 years old, so he should have a lot of productive years ahead of him. However, in this scenario, the cons really seem to outweigh the pros. And there's a pretty long list of reasons for this, beginning with the fact that Buffalo just got out of a sticky financial situation, and they're now in the clear with what should be a much more flexible cap situation next offseason. This will allow them to bring in new players through free agency in order to help them on their push to win a Lombardi Trophy with Josh Allen. Speaking of Josh Allen, it's probably not a bad idea to begin planning for that big-time extension that he is sure to get. Another reason I don't see this working is due to the fact that Buffalo just got rid of a skilled wideout who was considered to be a diva in Stefon Diggs.
Nobody want me to do this, is it? I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
Let's not forget, we saw things get really messy with Stefon Diggs in Buffalo. He was sending out social media posts left and right. It got under the nerves of Josh Allen. It clearly got under the nerves of the front office, and I know it got under the nerves of the fan base. Now we're seeing a similar situation unfold with Brandon Aiyuk in San Francisco. Aiyuk has been in the rumor mill since February after the 49ers lost the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs, and it all started with Aiyuk's girlfriend posting on TikTok saying that might be the last day we touch foot on Levi's Stadium because we might not be out here next year. Aiyuk was then asked if he would like to be a member of the 49ers at Locker Room Cleanout Day, and here was his response.
Is your hope to remain with the 49ers moving forward?
If that's the right move, yeah.
Since then, we've seen a stir of events that include Aiyuk reaching out to Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin on social media, calling him his twin, which was then followed by the star receiver unfollowing the 49ers on social media, and he's also infamous for this FaceTime call with his former college teammate Jaden Daniels, who is now the quarterback in Washington.
What?
What happened, bro?
They said they don't want me back. I swear.
Add all of this up and it spells out trouble. Whatever team invests in trading for Brandon Aiyuk is probably getting a player who prioritizes money over winning. And that's fine. He's entitled to make his money. He should definitely maximize his time in the league, maximize his earnings during his career's duration. However, the lengths that he's gone to in order to land this extension has to be a red flag for teams around the National Football League. I really don't envision a scenario where Buffalo goes after a wide receiver who's so eerily similar to Stefon Diggs in that way. It just doesn't make sense to me. The Bills have added a number of new faces to the receiving core, and while there isn't a clear-cut star wideout, there is a number of versatile weapons for Josh Allen to utilize, and it's really exciting to see what the team has in some of these young players in the receiving core. There's a lot of potential for these receivers to come together and emerge as a solid unit. Bringing a guy like Brandon Aiyuk into Buffalo would probably disrupt that flow. Bringing in Brandon Aiyuk just doesn't seem to make sense for me. Sure, he's a talented player and any team would be better with him on their squad, but the financial situation, the assets you'd have to give up to get Brandon Aiyuk in a trade with the San Francisco 49ers, and then just disrupting the flow of the locker room, bringing in a guy who seems to be a little bit of trouble on social media, and I'm sure he's a good guy, I'm sure he's a good guy. I don't know him personally, but you don't want to have that negative attention, that negative energy brought to you. There's no need for those bad vibes, okay? You just don't want to disrupt the flow of the team here, and bringing in Brandon Aiyuk, I feel that could really disrupt what the Bills have going on here, especially after just trading Stefon Diggs. What kind of message would that be? Sending to your team, sending to Josh Allen, say, hey, we just got rid of a troublesome wide receiver on social media and Stefon Diggs. Now we're going to bring in another one. Have at it. Deal with it. That wouldn't be a very good message, I don't think. I don't think that's what you want. And that wouldn't send a good... That wouldn't be a good example to set for some of the younger guys in the locker room like Keon Coleman. But this is just my opinion. I want to know in the comments section down below, do you want Brandon Aiyuk to be traded to the Buffalo Bills? As much as I know he's a skilled player, I have to shut this idea down. No, I don't want it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you agree, like this video, click subscribe if you haven't yet, and stay tuned for more content just like this on the Bills Bunker all throughout the season. Gonna be going to games, have my live reaction videos, other content as well. Go Bills.